It is your girl Serenity, Esoteric Empress. I am here this morning, as you can see, outside, finally out of my room. And listen to the birds chirping. Isn't that beautiful? I'm outside, came outside, drinking my little cup of green tea. Not on the coffee today. Surprisingly, I ran out. But I want to talk about something. I want to ask a question. I want to put a message out here this morning. And like I said, it's kind of early, so I'm trying to be a little quiet. I'm hearing all kinds of little scuttling going on around me. But my thing is today, this beautiful Monday morning, are you living your own truth? As you can see, that's the topic of this stream, right? This video. And it's because over the weekend I've been seeing so many different things, so many different signs and clues into people, and that is leading me to this big self question, this big question for me: am I living my own truth, or are you living a lie? And a lot of us you see parading around doing all of these extra stuff and flashing and flaunting and wearing all of this Gucci bag and all that Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. They're suffering inside. And so that's the big deal for me. Like, why pretend? What are you doing? You're being a hypocrite. Are you living truthfully to yourself? Your mind, your body, your spirit all have to go in harmony in order for you to be truly happy. And a lot of people who you see look like they have it all together, they don't. They don't. Then I see a lot of people around me who are ill, who are suffering with afflictions, like serious debilitating illnesses. And my true belief for things like that, of course, I believe totally in metaphysics. Believe totally in astrology. I believe in magic. I believe in alchemy. I believe in energy. I believe in all of that. They have not been living truthfully to themselves, and I believe it's eating away at them from the inside. And I'm not saying this, this is not a judgmental video whatsoever. This is meant to be an inspirational message. This is meant to inspire people to move towards becoming true to themselves. Okay? For me as well, I know people who are deeply suffering, and I believe it's due. Hey, gee, was that hopefully not an accident? No, they're good. They're good. I believe that it's due to emotional suffering. It's due to some things that are not actually working together, some things that have maybe been some conflicts within themselves that they have not been able to resolve, and it's truly saddening to me, because these people, they're strong people. Anybody who knows them would say that they are strong people. They're warriors, So why are they allowing these things to happen to them? And I'm not talking about allowing the illness. I'm not talking about allowing that. I'm not, saying that. I'm saying that based on the things that you have allowed in the past that you've never been able to get over, have these afflictions and things come on you, come over you. And you have to be able to find a way to release those things. Your mind is everything. Your mind is the all that you have. Your mind is connected to that one mind, to that all mind. That is the mind of everything, okay? And by connecting to that, it's the way that you actually envision yourself walking tall again, being strong again, And that's how you become a testimony to others. I see people close to me, like, we have family members, we have, people who we wish that we can help. We wish that we could just put our hands on them and say, get up and walk, be healed, be back the way I remember you again. And it's not happening because they have to want that for themselves. They have to see that for themselves. Look at that sky, see that. Envision that, because without that vision, such as the Bible says, the people do perish. You don't know what you're moving towards if you don't have a vision of what it is that you should be moving toward. You have to have a vision. You have to see yourself as well again, and you have to see yourself as whole. And like I said, this is not judgment. This is purely coming from the place of trying to help other people, you know, because I believe through helping others is how we also help ourselves. You know, that's what it's all about. That's one of the lesser laws of karma. By helping other people, you're helping the whole world, you're helping the whole universe. So that's just what I love doing, and that's the calling that I have. Sometimes people don't like it, but I don't go around just trying to help people like, if they're not asking for it, they're seeking it, I would help. Okay? The things that I've been seeing, like people are in relationships where they are treated like garbage. They're treated like garbage, and they've been with these people for the longest time. And these people should be their total vertebrae. They should be their backbone, their strength, their everything. And these people, I think Adolf Hitler would be a better spouse than the people they're with, but they don't have the courage and the strength to move away from them. They don't have the courage to leave and say, you know what? I love myself more than this. They are living in fear, in perpetual fear, and it is a crying shame, because if you don't use that power that you were given, that natural inherent power that you have, if you don't use that, like the people say around where I live, dog eat your lunch, okay? Meaning they're going to take it from you. You're not going to have it. And now it's so far gone that it's like it seems seemingly impossible for them to even imagine life in a different situation, or imagine life being happy. Fear is contagious. I just watched Apocalypto on Saturday. That movie, yes, Apocalypto, by Mel Gibson. And Mel Gibson didn't act in it. Mel Gibson produced it. Okay? And his father told him, Apocalypto, his father told him, fear is a sickness. Don't bring that sickness into our tribe, into the forest, into our people, our village, because you're going to infect everybody else. And this is what's so important and disturbing about this when I'm talking about living your own truth. Most of the time, it's fear that keeps us from living our own truth. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What's the worst that can happen? That calling, whatever it is in you, to move towards that it's echoing all around. That is the spirit, the voice of your creator. That is the voice of all of this that is around you, that is put here for you. So naturally, that voice, that entity is going to be on your side if you actually start to answer that call, if you start to walk toward that voice. What is that voice for you saying? This is why I practice as I do. This is why I believe as I do. Because I have not been a person to just judge something without knowing about it. I study, okay? I study. I have studied religions, many different religions, and I would say not into complete depth, but enough to understand it, the basic concepts and principles, okay? I've studied Buddhism. I grew up in a very Christian family, so that one definitely is number one. Buddhism, I studied. You know, Judaism, I studied. Uh, Wicca, I studied. Right down to Satanism, I've studied. I have not practiced these things, but I've studied them. Okay? Well, in most instances, I studied them to understand what is the actual objective of this religion. How does it differ from Christianity? I like to compare things. I like to, make sense of a bigger picture. So the thing about it is, I also know within myself what is calling me, what makes sense to me. So it's not like I'm out aimlessly just trying to be a follower. I am never a follower, all right? I want to be able to lead myself to the path of understanding, path of peace, path of truth, path of happiness, path of love, path of life. And so I believe now I'm at a point where I'm almost, I would not say atheistic, omniistic, omniist. omnism, because I believe that all of these paths lead to that one mind. Okay, all of these paths have been different people's perspective of the one mind. Okay, all of these paths are not meant for everyone to follow. Therefore, you should not judge another person's path. That is their path. That is what their heart tells them to do. So the same thing goes for you when it comes to living your own truth. What is your heart telling you to do? When you don't follow that call is when you suffer and when you die. Okay? When you don't listen to that voice within saying, get out now. That's saying, or go help that person. Or right down to just making a video. Like my husband, he would be like, oh, why are you putting your business out on YouTube like that? You don't live in America. Don't forget where we live now. And I'm like, where's that? On Earth? And he's like, okay. When YouTube is no more and it's not popular anymore and all your business out on the street now, don't blame me. I will not blame him. I will never blame him because it was my choice to do that. And I still would be following what voice is calling me to me. Okay? I I I see right down to young people following friends. They're just following aimlessly. They follow all the gadgets, they follow the things on TV. Everything is like, buy this now, buy that now. Black people, we have to wake up and stop living a lie. We have to live our truth. Okay? Because you have a Gucci bag does not make you better than anybody, you know? Because you have an Hermes, you know? See, if you want to ask me about plants, you want to ask me about herbs, you want to ask me about crystals, you want to ask me about nature, you want to ask me about an animal, you want to ask me about, you know, energy, vibration, you want to ask me about those things, I will be able to probably tell you. And if I don't give you a 100% accurate answer, it will be very close. But if you ask me about the top name brand designer, this designer, that designer, I will not be able to tell you because I don't subscribe to that stuff, okay? I was born naked. We were all born naked. So no piece of clothing is going to make me feel superior, to anybody else or inferior to anybody else, all right? So we have to stop living a lie. Stop living a lie. And the problem that I have with Christianity is not that I don't believe in God. That's not my issue. My issue with it is that all of the evidence that we now know of the control mechanisms that were put over our people for so long, all of that we know. How could I just blindly follow something of the Europeans without questioning it? How can I? That's my thing. That's my thing. That's why I believe in nature. That's why would a Christian now, just like I mentioned in another video talking about crystals, doing my business and trying to move forward with my business and get new ideas, get new supplies, all of that, come with a new creative approach. And it led me to the subject because I went to do a showing at some of the ladies that I know at the nearby church. And the lady asked me, she's like, oh, well, how do you know about all this? Did you go to school for this? And she's forgetting that the internet is university now. That everything that you need to know is at your fingertips. And this is a message for every one of you guys who are watching this. Everything you need to know, you can find out. So everything that I create, everything that I uh, attempt to sell, or even give away, I make jewelry out of them. I don't just give the bare crystal, because people could get these for $2 or $1. So I put craft ingenuity into it and design. I'm an artist. That's what I do. So I said no, but I study each one. As I make it, I get a connection to it. I hold it in my hands. I spend time getting to know the days actually. Then I actually do research I don't just look at one website and go with that. You know, I am going to look at 10, 12, 15 websites. I'm going to write down information as I go and see how they line up. You know, that's how I learn, each one at a time, you know. I don't just pile a bunch of crystals up and say, oh, here, this is a rare jasper, just buy that. This is an amethyst, yeah, this one is pretty, yeah, buy that. No. So you guys, my thing is, let's stop being so judgmental. You know, when you're not living your own truth, these things are here from the earth. You know, nobody tells a Christian, take off that diamond ring that your husband put on you on your wedding day. No. So stop being ignorant, you know. And now my battery is going dead because I rambled a little bit too long. But the question is to ask yourself this week, today, are you living your own truth? Or are you living a lie? If not, move towards living truthfully to yourself. Move towards what your heart and your soul and your spirit is calling to you to do. All right? That is where happiness lies. That is where salvation is. Okay? It's not in following the masses. It's in being true to yourself, being unique, being, you know, fearfully and wonderfully made, like they say, you know. And I have another story to tell about this lady, but my battery's going low. I'm not going to waste the end of this video doing that. So, guys, that's my message for today. I'm outie. Until later, I will be back with another video or live stream. But thank you for watching, and hit like if you feel me on this vibe. Hit like, subscribe to my channel, and I will be back. Thank you. Bye, guys.